I just recorded this whole video and forgot to record sound. It hurts. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about something I've never spoken about on this channel before, and that is a complete lie. Hey Spuds, how's it going? It's Jamie, welcome back to another video. Thank you for clicking on this video, and today we are talking about bottom surgery. No, that is not surgery on my bum, that is genital surgery. Just gonna get straight into it. This is about my penis and whether I'm happy with it. This video perhaps needs a little bit of background if you haven't watched my previous lower surgery videos or my previous videos or know much about lower surgery or my lower surgery. Firstly, I'm trans. Hello, how you doing? Secondly, I had bottom surgery. Again, not surgery on my bum. Very happy with my bum. For trans guys, there are two main types of bottom surgery. Two broad categories of lower surgery. Two main ways to get a penis for trans guys. First is called phalloplasty, or phallo for short, and that one uses a skin graft from the arm, the thigh, sometimes the abdomen, to create a average-sized penis. I don't know if that's average size. That's just what happened. It is much smaller than that. That is a very large penis. And metoidioplasty creates a micro penis by making the most of what's already going on down there. If you catch my drift, basically testosterone causes lower growth, but then in surgery they can release and make like a, why am I doing that? And they can make it into a freestanding phallus. No skin grafts necessary. It leads to much more minimal scarring, but a much smaller penis. Both options allow for something called urethral lengthening, which allows somebody to stand to pee. It lengthens the urethra to go through the penis instead of where it used to go through, so you can pee whilst you stand up. And you can also have a scrotum created. My hands have a mind of their own today. I'm not controlling these hands, it's just happening. But you can have a scrotum created and testicular implants popped in. Personally, I had metoidioplasty. No urethral lengthening, so I don't stand up to pee, but I did have testicular implants, so I have a tiny little bulge, which I'm very happy with, and I don't mind that it's small. This was all done in two stages for me. The first stage was back in January 2018. That was like the main reconstruction for the penis, and the ball sack was created and everything. I was being so professional saying scrotum, and now I'm just ball sack. The second stage was about a year and a half later in July 2019, where the testicular implants were popped in. Much easier what happened to my voice? Much easier surgery the second time around. My first stage was kind of a horrific experience. I will get into that very briefly in a minute. But in short, to answer the question of this video, is bottom surgery worth it? For me, yes, absolutely it was. I'm very happy. I'm very glad with what happened and the end results, and yes, worth it for me. Now that I'm nearly 1 year post second stage, I'm over 2 years. Over 2 years post first stage, and that's crazy because it's still very fresh in my mind. Happy birthday. It's not your birthday. You don't have a birthday for your penis. But yeah, now because I'm a certain amount post-op, I wanted to do a little update. Everything's healed, everything's settled. I am well used to my new penis life. Okay, I just wanted to have a chat about the experience I had and whether I found different things worth it. So from surgery to results to the choices, like the options within the surgery that I chose. I'm going to start off with the surgical experience because that's the thing that made me waver the most on whether this whole thing was worth it. So in terms of the recovery process, lower surgery is quite like an intensive surgery. It's a very sensitive part of the body. It affects a lot of things to do with like movement, sitting, lying, walking, everything. And I was bruised from like the middle of my thighs nearly up to my stomach, like felt like I'd been kicked a lot. Couldn't do anything properly, like walking, sitting, pooping, nothing. No, it was very difficult. And just after my first stage, whilst I was still in the hospital, I experienced a hematoma. Very painful, worst pain of my life. I also had an arterial bleed, so I needed to have emergency surgery like 2 days after my first stage to fix everything. It didn't affect results, but it did mean I was in hospital for a week, and just like the whole recovery process was a lot tougher. So yeah, it was a lot. When I was in those moments where it was like felt the toughest and I felt just stuck and like scared and I was in a lot of pain, I really questioned like, what have I done? Like, why did I do this to myself? This isn't worth it. Nothing is worth this. This is horrific. Just because of how much it hurt and how much I was scared in the hospital. And then even after I got home for like the 3 weeks, like the first 3 weeks at home recovering, it was quite difficult. Definitely as time went on, I had less and less moments of like, oh my god, what have I done? Because things started to heal, things got easier. I had the catheter taken out. Well, that was taken out after 2 weeks post-op. And just as each thing went on and it got easier, I could appreciate more what I'd gone through and kind of the improvements it would have on my life, rather than just like I'm in pain. Also, everything takes a while to settle down, so it's not instantaneous results, as it like nothing is with surgery. So it was like for weeks, everything just looked like a little swollen aubergine that was very painful. So I was like, what is this? Essentially, it was a rough ride. Second stage was much easier. Not easy, surgery never is, but it was much easier, and I didn't have like the same, oh my god, what have I done? Didn't have a moment of that, just because it was a much simpler procedure and I didn't like have a horrendous time. So yeah, there were definitely moments where I'd questioned whether I'd done the right thing and just like, was this actually worth it? But as soon as I started to heal more and I could appreciate the results and what things looked like, so worth it. It was like, oh my god, no, what was I thinking? Of course this is worth it. Like, this has changed my life. It's changed the way I feel about my body. It's changed the way I feel about myself. It's changed, like, just, I don't know. It's such a small thing. And it changed so much about how I felt for the better. I was like, how could I ever have questioned if this was the right thing or not? So yeah, I was really happy, like, right from after first stage, I could tell the difference between how I felt about things. But then it was second stage that really like sorted that completely, and I was like, yes, because second stage was testicular implants, and that kind of brought together the whole aesthetic that was going on down there and just brought everything forward and made me much happier, gave me a little bulge. Yes. In conclusion, surgery, horrible, results, great, I'm very happy, and the surgery was worth it in the end. I'm also still happy with the options I chose within metoidioplasty, so I did not go for urethral lengthening. I really have to think about how to say that, urethral lengthening, but I did go for testicular implants, and I'm really happy with that. To be honest, I'm too lazy to stand to pee. There's been a couple times over the past year or so that I thought, this might have been useful, like when the only stall in the men's toilet is busy for a long time and there's 10 free urinals and you're just like, would be really handy if I could use one of those right now. Then I very quickly remember I'm not the kind of person who would pee where other people can see me pee. It just wouldn't happen. I don't want to do that. For me, it's just worked out really well. I'm very happy with the aesthetics, the function, just everything is what I wanted. It's done. It makes me feel so much better, like I can actually look at myself naked now, and that's just a big relief. And it doesn't bother me that it's smaller. Size was not important to me. I know it's going to be important to some people, and I don't care that I have a small penis. I'm not embarrassed by it. Loads of people are like, you have a small dick. It's like, yeah, I tell people, like, I'm very open about it. Obviously, I don't care. The only times I still get moments of disappointment is over what I can't control. So I'm happy with the option I chose out of the options that are available, and the results I have so much better than what was there before and how I felt about things before. But it's not a cystic. I have very brief moments where I'm like, oh, that's a shame. But I really try not to dwell on it, because I'm like, you know what, I can't change it. This is what I've got, and I'm not gonna let it bring me down that something I can't control didn't happen. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to get sad over stuff I can't change. So yeah, it worked out for me. The metoidioplasty was the right choice for me. What the right choice is for you or other people depends on what you want out of lower surgery. So for me, I was after like an aesthetic look, keeping what I had going on down there, like the functionality that metoidioplasty gives you. Didn't care about standing to pee, didn't care about size, did care about scarring. I didn't want big scarring personally, but if you're more interested in size over scarring, then maybe phalloplasty is a better option for you. It's all about pros, cons list, what is most important to you, and which surgery is more likely to offer or achieve the results that you're after most. I hope this video has been in some way comprehensible. I feel like I just blurted a lot of different information at you and I waffled a lot. I just want to talk about how I feel now. Lower surgery experiences are kind of difficult to come by, in my opinion, and not being like, oh, look at me sharing my experience of getting a penis, ha ha ha. No, it's just, I didn't find anybody talk about it, and I certainly didn't find anybody really talk about it years after. 2 years after, does that still count? So I just wanted to provide an update. Life with a penis. I hope you enjoyed this video. Think about giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you did. Again, there is information links down in the description box if you want to go check those out and learn more about the different types of surgery. And yeah, just comment what you thought, what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, let me know. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.